Welcome to Horsepower Hour. I'm Principal Martin Aftuck here with my guests today. We've got Katelynn, Savannah, and my good friend Sara over there on the end. We're going to talk about the CTSOs we have here at Middleburg High School, and just some of the great opportunities that are around there. We've got some of the best and brightest here. We're a little sad because this is our last show for the year. We're breaking down the set here, but I need to present Katelynn Zommer first, she's the brains behind the scenes. She's been running this thing for us here all season, so we appreciate it. So, yes, Katelynn, what are you involved in here?
Hi, my name is Katelynn Zommer. I'm involved in Future Business Leaders of America, TV production, obviously, NHS, Beta, varsity sports. Yeah. Okay, so when we talk about being connected, she is definitely connected. All right, go ahead, Savannah.
My name is Savannah Baldwin, and I'm the president of FCCLA, which is the Family Career Community Leaders of America. We're an organization that works with culinary and early childhood. I'm also involved in drafting, and I am also on the senior board as the social media manager.
So tell me about drafting, because you just won a pretty big award last week.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So drafting, basically, it's like when you're making the blueprints and everything for different buildings. We do it for 3D parts. We also have a 3D printer that we use, and we're able to actually see what we've made. It's the basis of architecture and engineering, so that's what we use it for. You're able to get 3 different certifications. I have all 3. So you have AutoCAD, which is 2D drawings, then Revit, which is the introduction to 3D drawings, and then Inventor, which is 3D drawings, but it's parts that you can see how they work together, which is really cool. So. And
you guys have helped design some things on campus here, right?
Yes, we have. So we were looking at the different types of sheds. I haven't particularly done too much more with that. But I believe we had a part with the softball field, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, there's a deck out there that
yes,
they helped design as a project, so really cool. All right, and Sara, tell us about what you do.
My name's Sara Raulerson. I am the president of our school's HOSA chapter, as well as the president of the region's HOSA chapter, which is over 30 schools. Basically in HOSA, we inspire the next generation of healthcare professionals through competition and guidance and leadership. You get to meet a lot of very cool people. You get to compete in a bunch of different events. And we're also very focused on community, so we do a lot of community outreach. I'm also involved in our health academy here at Middleburg High School. I'm graduating with my CNA and EKG license. I'm involved in NHS, student government, link crew, Beta, so everything around that aspect.
Awesome. So last Friday was a really big deal. We had our signing day, kind of like a college signing day kids will do for a sport or whatever, but we do it for our trade students and our students that are going into careers. So tell us about that experience for you, because that was cool last week. Go ahead.
So it was brought to my attention a program at the Mayo Clinic, which is like a world-renowned hospital. There's only a few in the entire world. It's extremely hard to get on at Mayo Clinic, and I applied for their phlebotomy program. It's a 9-week course where I'll get like a stipend of $3,500. They'll teach me phlebotomy. They provide all of the resources I need, my books and everything. All I have to do is buy a pair of scrubs and show up basically over the summer.
That's pretty cool.
I'll get clinical opportunities. I'll be able to graduate from the program with my phlebotomy certification.
What is phlebotomy for those of us that have no idea?
Phlebotomy is like drawing blood. So if you have to go get your blood drawn, the person who is actually like drawing your blood, that would be me basically, which is kind of scary. But and so I applied. It was a very lengthy process, but I got in, and I'll be doing that over the summer, and then going to UNF. And hopefully working with Mayo throughout UNF until I reached nursing school.
What a great opportunity. So yes, have you stuck anyone with a needle yet?
No, not yet. No, I've just been doing all of my like prerequisite things. I have to get like tuberculosis test, drug tested. I have a whole bunch of background stuff I had to do, but I'm ready to start. I start 3 days after graduation.
So we've got a lot, you heard a lot of acronyms there. We got HOSA, FCCLA, like CTSO. CTSOs are our Career Tech Service Organizations. I hope I said that right. But that's not, if you're involved in one of these programs, you get a chance to be in, it's almost like a club, but it's more of an organization that works. I think all of you guys had a chance to move on to state competitions, correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
And then national competitions as well. So who's been in national competitions? Raise your hand. Tell us about it, Savannah.
So I've gone to nationals twice. I've been to Denver, and there
What does FCCLA stand for?
So FCCLA stands for Family Career Community Leaders of America. So we are a student-led organization that has a major focus on family. But I've gone to Denver, was my first year, and we went. Originally, I was trying to compete, but there was some mishaps that happened. But I went as a volunteer, so I got to sit in and listen to all the different competitions. And I was a room consultant, so I wasn't judging them, but I did get to hear everyone's projects, which was really fun.
Awesome.
My second year going to nationals, I went to Seattle as a state officer, and I was also competing. So I did repurpose and redesign, so we took old pairs of jeans and made them into an apron, and we did a whole project on it. And then I also went as a state officer, so we got to connect with the rest of the state officers from around the entire nation, which was really awesome.
So how much of your time is devoted to being a state officer? It sounds like a pretty big commitment,
So we actually just had our conference where I had to give away my position, but it took about a few hours a week, and then we were traveling like crazy throughout the whole year that I was a state officer, so it was constantly being out of school and my teachers probably hating me because I'm like, hey, what I missed for this whole week that I was absent. And so it was definitely a lot, but it's something that I was very, very passionate about. So it's an amazing thing, though. It was a lot for sure, but really fun.
Awesome. Zommer, how about your, like on the state level, what was it like?
So I was never on the state level. I ran for a state position last year, but I was the district reporter for FELA. My sophomore and junior year this year, I unfortunately was not re-elected, which is okay, senior year.
Yeah.
But it was fun, definitely. Unfortunately, we couldn't get as involved in the district level, but...
Where did you get to go travel to?
Orlando for state.
Okay, there you go. Lots going on in Orlando. We got state FFA down there. I think the host has had some stuff. We got all kinds of, it's a big convention area, so you get to go down there. And so this is like, if you're getting involved as a freshman or sophomore, you want to get yourself in these organizations, you get a chance to travel, you get a chance to get in these leadership positions. Let's talk about what's your favorite moment been as a Bronco? Go ahead, Sarah.
So as a Bronco, I have a few. I mean, everything has been really amazing, but clinicals was definitely something for me that was just amazing. Coming into high school, I was so passionate about being in the healthcare field. I always have been. I dealt with a lot of health issues as a little child, so I always knew this is something I wanted to do. And I didn't know that I could get as involved as I am now graduating. So clinical opportunities were amazing, getting to put on scrubs, go to these hospitals, go to the nursing homes, and actually help patients and actually be able to participate in their care. I think that was just my favorite memories overall. I got to attend Night to Shine. That was really amazing. I went with our host and vice president, Michaela Snow, and went basically just representing Middleburg High School. And then basically Night to Shine is an opportunity for those with special needs. It's like a prom night, and you get to go around with one of the members who are attending, and it's really amazing. And just seeing different sides of Clay County and different people who you may not meet on the regular, it's really amazing getting to know them. So that's probably my favorite memory.
Tim Tebow Foundation puts it on too. It's really
Yes,
cool.
sir.
Really cool. How about you, Savannah? Favorite moment as a Bronco?
Man, I also have a few. It's definitely hard to list all of them, but whenever I was first elected as a state officer for FCCLA is probably one of my favorite ones. I mean, we're not a small school, but we're a smaller school compared to, especially our everyone who's in FCCLA. We have a smaller amount than other schools in Florida. So being able to bring a name to Middleburg in that sense was an amazing feeling. And then just throughout being able to give back to the community, we've done lots of community service projects. We're actually working with HOSA for our senior prom that's coming up, where we're going to a retirement facility.
That's really cool.
And we're hosting a prom for them. So it's not happening, but that's my favorite future moment. And then also getting awarded for my work for drafting was pretty awesome as well.
Cool. Pretty cool. Zommer?
Definitely just being involved in TV production has been such a big deal for me, because I've done TV productions since I was in 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So just being able to come to Middleburg, which has always been a dream of mine since I was little, and just being able to produce the school news and put out quality content has just been, it's been fun. It's
Awesome,
been a really
awesome.
great experience.
So for you guys, I mean, we leave, your last day is Friday. It'll probably air then, but what advice would you give to your 9th grade self if you were coming out of Link Cruise, starting that first day of school? What would you tell young Katelynn Zommer in 9th grade?
Just be involved. Don't take other outside issues too seriously. Focus on school. Focus on being involved, getting out there. Just have fun with it. Enjoy every moment that you can.
Awesome. Savannah, what would you tell your young 9th grade self?
Honestly, probably too much. Don't procrastinate your homework because it will not help you positively. Don't get too involved in drama because it's really never going to matter to you ever again. And then lastly, don't be afraid to get involved because I for sure was. I was terrified to get into any clubs, and as many people that were telling me, be an officer, I was terrified at first. So it really can change your entire life for the better. So just don't be afraid of it.
Go ahead.
I would say don't take any opportunity for granted and take every opportunity you possibly can. I know there was times because I started working right when I was able to get a job, so there was a lot of things that I did miss that I do now regret missing throughout high school, but just go to every football game, go to everything you can because it's over before you know it. It feels like it hasn't even been a whole year since I've been in high school and I'm already graduating. Don't take things too seriously. Just focus on yourself and leave things that aren't going to matter after high school where they are, and then just grow as much as you can.
That's some great advice. You guys are wise beyond your years. All right, now you get to ask me a question. Zommer, you've probably been waiting all year for this. Go ahead.
What CTSO would you want to be involved in? If you had the opportunity to.
If I was a kid?
Yeah, if you were a student right now at Middleburg High School, what CTE classes, what organization would you want to be involved in?
I did TV production when I was in high school, and then did a couple other things. But I think now that I look at what the benefit is for kids and just kind of how much fun it is, I think I would join FFA.
Yeah.
Just being with the animals piece is cool, but also some of the stuff they do community service wise. I don't have much interest. I actually majored in chemistry. I thought I was going to be a doctor, but I probably would have done HOSA, so I would have known exactly what that entailed. Mm-hmm. Clearly it didn't work out for me. I'm doing this now. But those are some good opportunities. And then I think electrical and auto, just because those are things that if I would have known now, you could use this and it could benefit you later on in the future. But there's it's a huge menu here. There's so much to take in. So that's a really good question. All right.
Man, Kate kind of stole my question just a little bit.
Sorry.
So what is your, this is kind of a basic one, but what's your favorite part about being, principal? What's your favorite things that you get to see and be involved in?
Hanging out with kids, being able to have conversations with young adults, being able to mentor them. And I think that's kind of one of the things as you grow older, you think about, man, you want to find something, every job's got stuff that you love, you don't like, and it's just there. That's the daily procedures of things. But I love being able to interact with kids and hang out with kids and hopefully make a difference. So go ahead.
So you started here in 2020, correct, as principal?
This is my 5th year, yes. Okay,
so since you began at Middleburg High School, do you feel like our CTE classes are growing? Do you feel like we're more involved than we were back whenever you started here at Middleburg High School?
So that's kind of a loaded question because COVID was 2020, so
yeah, that's true.
Obviously there's been a natural progression. It's gotten better, but I think when you look at it, there's data. Yeah. The number of certifications have gone up every single year, but then also there's feeling, and it feels as well that kids are really, they've found a way to connect to things, and you guys have all done multiple CTE classes. There's a lot of kids out there that have had opportunity because we've made some changes. If you're not very good at math or reading, we don't make you take Algebra 1 twice in your 9th grade year because we want kids to find something to be involved in. So those kind of shifts. So yeah, I think it's grown, it's gotten better, and they're really good to begin with. There's been a lot of opportunities. You look at Mr. Justino, the amount of kids that have been able to earn a entrepreneurial certification through him. You look at Miss Ackerman, what she's done. computer science information technology was a dying program that is now just full, and it's full with it's like a lot of girl power in there too, because there's a lot of girls in there that are coding and doing things that historically haven't been done. So yes, I would say we're headed in the right direction. It's really good, but you don't have to suck to get better. You can always work on things and go from there. Great questions. Listen, this is tough because you guys you've done a ton for our school. We're going into the last week. It's very exciting to say goodbye to our seniors, but then also it's a little bittersweet. But so don't be strangers. Appreciate all you guys have done for the school. As always, Horsepower Hour. It's always a great day to have a great day here at Middleburg High School. Thank you.